Welcome to your magic moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. The moon is in Cancer as I walk through, you guessed it, Peace Way. And the sun is in Gemini. Friendly reminder that in this life, you want to work smarter than you work hard. Working hard is an illusion that has been jammed down on you by older generations of people, something that will always be a constant. Traditional ethics of just putting in a lot of work, but that's really stupid. You actually want to work smarter than you work hard. It's no merit to work hard if you're not aligned with what you're doing. So alignment takes precedence over hard work. And if you find yourself working hard and getting no results, you're not really aligned with who you are and what you want. And this is where it's very deceptive to say, well, you just need to keep working hard. No, you need to align yourself. And that might take much longer time than is comfortable with you, but the time you take to do that will really save you more in the long run. So I'm not really against hard work, but conscientiously ask yourself, are you working smarter than you work hard? Because one is a lot more aligned and innovative, and the other takes the appearance of doing something when you're just wasting time. That being said, welcome to Gemini season, where enlightenment and smarts is on the menu and the table. And whereas socio-cultural traditions and narratives do their number and work on brainwashing individuals in order to conform to their ranks, it also puts individuality in check so that we don't forget that we're all we got and we're all we need. And as such, the message and the overarching theme of who and what you are and what you're worth is very pivotal moving forward. Oh, my bad. Especially when taking into account, the importance and nature of course, the truth around what it is you're communicating. And with Mars and Leo, the boldness and courage that these actions proceed your message. Of course, now that we've activated this new moon cycle, the moon is in Cancer, and this is going to enact the Taurus signature. So the moon in Cancer manifesting this Taurus signature is the second stage of activation. Namely, we've activated the magic word, or the new mindset, or the new idea, right? The new way of thinking you update. The way you update your iOS or your Android every year is the way you update your brain every year. We have like multiple updates every year. But that being said, unlike the past 2 years, which was a major hardware and software update, which is why I like you'll have, several minor updates that, fix bugs, but then you have like the major updates that like change the nature of how a software or hardware looks. And that's what's been happening in the past couple of years and this year and next year. So moon in Cancer is applying this new mindset, this new idea. Let's use the analogy of a magic word, okay? Let's say my magic word is titty. No, let's say my magic word is tantalizing, all right? I want tantalizing in my face, tantalizing experiences, okay? Well, the word is just tantalizing. The word in and of itself is magic. It sets a frame, but it's like a car without fuel. And that fuel is your energy, your emotion, your feelings, your emotions. The emotions is the noun, but the actual verb and function that now takes into account these emotions is the function of feeling. So cardinal signs are the verbs, mutable signs are the adjectives, and fixed signs are the quality. Could even be adverbs in a sense, but we can say they're the quality, okay? So we've activated the magic word, tantalizing. Now we're going to add fuel to it. So you want to really be receptive and contemplate what this magic word, what this new mindset, what this new attitude makes you feel. How do you deepen the inflection? And for those of you who are artists and you record and you are experienced, You know exactly what I'm talking about, where you can tell someone may write a song, but the way there's songwriting, and then there's performing a song, and then there's recording the song, right? I didn't do that in order. You write the song, you record the song, you perform the song. And experienced artists know, what the fuck, that yeah, you can write the song, but you may not record it to perfection. You may just record it. I'm going to the store, I'm gonna see some more, and then I got to get them in the lower, and then I gotta tell them all the lore that I got, so I got, how like I'm saying that, but you don't really feel it. I'm just like I'm saying it. That's Gemini. That's like the neutral expression of an idea or thought. But then when I record the song, I want to feel the words. And when I feel the words and you listen to it, you can feel the inflections. It's almost as if I'm coloring in those lines and I'm adding a feel to the track. I'm coming in some lore. I get it, and I know you actually want more. They see me come in, and you see. I don't even know what I'm saying, but like, you see how you felt that. I actually want more. I had to come and give him some lore. I actually want more. I had to give him some lore. You see how tantalizing. You see how you can feel one and the other's just like, man, this is how the universe responds to your intentions. This is why when you get into spirals of anxiety and you are choosing, which I make this mistake too, to use this conscientious moment to fuel the experience with emotions that don't align with what you want, because you are giving your power away to an external environment that serves you, then you're giving your power away to an external environment that serves you, versus reinventing the wheel and deciding. Capricorn of decision making is opposite Cancer of feeling, because you decide what you're going to feel after you think what you feel, and you think to direct the feelings that empower your thoughts. So really take the intentions you sowed the seeds for, and when you sow seeds, you water those seeds. Really feel those ideas. Like, I know I'm sexy, but I feel sexy. I feel abundant. I don't have to have $50 million in the bank to feel like I'm a multi-trillionaire. And that's the non-linear, irrational nature of water. It's not supposed to make sense. And a lot of people waste their time trying to rationalize phenomena and also like facets of reality that are not even supposed to fit within a linear framework of logic, but are supposed to just be. The wind is an example of this. The wind does not just blow in a mechanical way. It's not like it's gonna blow west for 10 minutes. It blows every which way. Water is like this. Water does not just flow in a preconceived set path. It's going to just flow. And that's how you wanna be as well. On the high, on the low, it really don't matter, okay? Don't shortchange yourself. Really meditate. Really allow yourself to feel what it is you want. Feel this new attitude you are activating, and feel what power and depth you can really manifest and apply to it relative to this deeper understanding of how much more potency you put in your words. And this is why, if you're practicing the law of assumption, in repeating this, you're going to see so much more results. Saying your magic word over and over, putting yourself in positions where you want to see yourself using that magic word to produce effect, and feeling how it feels. Tantalizing. Like we just made up the magic word tantalizing right now. I know every time I say tantalizing, something delectable is going to be put in front of my face. And now I don't have to expect to see that in my face to know it's successful. I'm just going to keep saying it with no expectation, because I'm the source of that. And yes, this is going to look and feel crazy. Unless you really understand the process, then it's empowering, because this is your power. All right. So I'm going to keep saying tantalizing. I'm feeling what I would feel if something tantalizing was in my face. This is now impressing my subconscious mind that does not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So as far as you ask that, it's in my face, and I'm training my neural pathways over 21 days where you create a new habit to do this. You create magic words all the time. You don't just always put them in the words. So I'm not asking you to do something you don't already do every single day of your life. I'm asking you to take conscious awareness and control of this. So basically, have fun with it. Feel the word. It's squaring Neptune and Saturn. So there's this authority and seriousness about who and what you are. This whole shifting of your belief systems was to apply these beliefs of who you could be to now stand in who you are. All right. I've been able to really unlock, there's no reason why I should not believe I'm anything less than sexy. We're not believing anymore. I'm sexy though. Like, that's it. Like, and everything I'm feeling is the sexy MFer I am, as the magician I am, right? I'm Magic Mike. That's who I am. What am I? The magician. And it's beautiful. Magic, which has been outlawed and relegated to some kind of pseudoscientific fraudulent activity. I have more to stand on that relative to already how unaccepted it really is outside of magic tricks, which adds its own fair share of challenges. It's not going to really stop me, doubt from other people, from standing in what I know I am and what I do and demonstrate on a daily basis, especially if you watch these magic moon messages. So yeah, that being said, the feeling is going to be very relevant in just adding deeper potency, because now once we fuel these words, then we're going to go into Leo. This is now social integration after the last individuality of Cancer. So, I hit you with some lore. I know you wanted more, and they loved seeing me because I never bored. All right, that was boring, right? I know they want the lore. They see me wanting more, and when they mess with me, they're never gonna be bored. You see, trash lyrics, but they sound so much better. This is how emotion can make something that sounds garbage actually cool, because you can feel it. Then we're gonna step into the flair with Leo after Cancer. I know you like the lore, and I see you want some more. You see how now I'm doing too much. Once we get to Leo, you're extra. Like, you're doing too. You just want attention. This is why they love attention. But it works, okay? Like, you're expressing courage. I have to express courage to take the feeling and now broadcast it, all right? And that's why you need to feel it first. Leo scientifically means that courage is the willingness to express what you feel, even if you're afraid to, or to do something, even if you feel fear, right? But that being said, that's the steps to this. That's why we created the template. Now we're feeling the word. Then we're going to strengthen the boldness of how we express that word. Moon in Gemini, Moon in Cancer, Moon in Leo, that's the activation. Then we'll start to integrate and break through the ground when the moon goes to Virgo, start to analyze, okay, how much more perfectly can we express this now that we got the basics out the way? So that's the first part of it. You don't want to try and figure out too much. This is just getting the basics. You're breaking through and activating this magic word. Second stage of activation, if you're doing this right, you're going to say this all the time. You're going to replace your entire vocabulary with just your mindset. All right. For example, let's do an example. If you're watching this today, right, I want you to decide that I want you to throw an arbitrary amount of money or something that you feel is impossible to receive. And I want you to spend the next day and a half feeling it like it's here. Right. Let's say the word for that. Let's say, you know what? Let's all manifest 10K. Right. Let's say I have $10,000, right? 10K today, or let's say my magic word for 10K is 10KK. All right, doesn't matter what I'm saying 10KK for the rest of the day. 10KK. Hey, you trying to go to the store today? 10KK. Yeah. But I see, and then my friend translates. He said, yeah, I'd love to go to the store with you. That would be amazing. And we can get some honey buns. And then we can also get some, what do you call that? That death liquid water juice. And then I would also like to get, some toilet paper, because I need to get some more paper towels. I said all of that, but I really just said 10KK. Hey, I haven't seen you in like 10 years. How are your parents? How are they doing? 10KK. Yeah. And what I really said was they're doing very amazing. And I think it's very amazing that I got to see you. And how are your parents? And how are they doing? And so that's all you have to do. Okay? Have fun with it and watch the magic happen. And let me know when you get that 10K. 70% off all readings. Show some love. Peace.